June 17, 1952. The Carlton Arms Hotel, Upper East Side, Manhattan. A 14-karat gold sign hung at the entrance. Polished brass handles. Red carpet leading to marble floors. And right there, bolted to the wall where everyone could see it, no blacks or dogs allowed. The hotel manager, Vincent Aldrich, had put it up himself 3 months earlier. He was proud of it. That sign represented class, he said. Standards. The kind of establishment where only certain people belonged. What Vincent didn't know was that Bumpy Johnson had just made a reservation under a different name. And in exactly 48 hours, that sign would be torn down, the hotel would lose everything, and Vincent Aldrich would be begging on his knees for mercy he would never receive. Bumpy Johnson stands outside the Carlton Arms at 9:47 p.m. 6'2". Custom Italian suit. Diamond cufflinks catching streetlight. His car, a 1951 Cadillac Series 62, sits at the curb. Francine Hughes, Harlem's most successful club owner, stands beside him. She's wearing a black evening gown that cost more than most people made in a year. They both stare at the sign. 300 people walk past every hour on this street. White couples. Wealthy businessmen. Society women dripping in pearls. Every single one of them sees that sign and says nothing. Some smile. Some nod. Like it's perfectly normal. Like it's the way things should be. Francine turns to Bumpy. Her voice is quiet but her hands are shaking. I tried to book a room here last week. For my mother's birthday. She's 73 years old. She wanted to stay somewhere nice. Somewhere fancy. They laughed at me over the phone. Then they hung up. Bumpy doesn't respond immediately. He's calculating. Planning. Thinking 10 moves ahead like he always does. How much did you want to spend on that room? He asks. $200 for the weekend, Francine says. Bumpy nods slowly. I'm going to cost them $2 million. Maybe $3 million. And that's just the beginning. If you want to see exactly how Bumpy Johnson destroyed an entire hotel empire in 48 hours, hit like so this story reaches more people who need to hear it. The Carlton Arms wasn't just any hotel. It was built in 1899 by the Aldrich family. Old money. Railroad money. The kind of wealth that bought political influence and police protection. The hotel had 200 rooms across 12 floors. Presidential suite on the top floor cost $500 a night in 1952. That's over $6,000 in today's money. The guest list read like a who's who of American power. Senators. Judges. Oil tycoons. Movie producers. All white. All wealthy. All convinced they were better than everyone else. Vincent Aldrich, the current manager, was third generation. His grandfather built the hotel. His father expanded it. Vincent ran it with an iron fist and a racist heart. He had 47 staff members. 41 of them were white. The 6 black employees worked in the kitchen or cleaned toilets. Never seen by guests. Never acknowledged as human beings. Vincent's favorite saying, "We maintain standards here. That's what separates us from the animals." 3 weeks earlier, Vincent had ejected a black doctor from the lobby. Dr. Marcus Webb. Graduated top of his class from Howard University. Served in World War II. Saved 17 lives during the Battle of the Bulge. He had walked into the Carlton Arms to meet a colleague for coffee. Vincent called the police. 2 officers arrived in 4 minutes. They dragged Dr. Webb out by his arms while 30 people watched. Nobody said a word. Nobody helped. The newspapers didn't write about it. It was just another Tuesday in 1952 America. But Francine knew Dr. Webb. And she told Bumpy Johnson. That was Vincent Aldrich's first mistake. His second mistake was thinking Bumpy Johnson was just another Harlem gangster. See, Bumpy wasn't like other criminals. He didn't just break legs and collect money. He was a strategist. A businessman. A man who understood that real power came from controlling information, money, and fear in equal measure. The Italian mafia respected him. The police feared him. The people of Harlem loved him. Because Bumpy had one rule that never changed: protect Harlem's people at all costs. Bumpy makes 3 phone calls that night. First call goes to Thomas Chin, a Chinese-American lawyer who specialized in property law. "Tommy, I need everything on the Carlton Arms Hotel. Loans. Tax records. Building violations. Everything. I need it in 24 hours. Second call goes to Marie Rodriguez, who ran the largest cleaning company in Manhattan. Marie, how many of your people work at the Carlton Arms? 16, she says. All housekeeping. Why? Tell them to call in sick Friday morning. All of them. I'll pay their wages plus a bonus. 200 each. Third call goes to Detective James Murphy. Irish cop. Honest man in a corrupt department. Bumpy had saved his daughter's life 2 years earlier when she overdosed on bad heroin. Murphy owed him. Murphy, the Carlton Arms Hotel. What building violations are they hiding? Murphy is quiet for 10 seconds. How did you know? I always know. Talk to me. 15 fire code violations. Asbestos in the walls. Faulty electrical wiring on floors 3 through 7. The city inspector takes a bribe every month to keep quiet. $3,000 cash. Give me his name, Bumpy says. I'll double it. Comment justice if you believe racist businesses deserve to lose everything. Friday morning, 7:23 a.m. 16 housekeepers don't show up for work at the Carlton Arms. Vincent Aldrich is furious. He's screaming at his assistant manager. Call the employment agency. We have 200 guests and no one to clean the rooms. By 8:15 a.m., replacement workers arrive. But they're slow. Inexperienced. By 10 a.m., 12 guests are complaining about dirty rooms. By noon, it's 37. The hotel's phone system is overwhelmed. Vincent is losing control and he doesn't even know why yet. Meanwhile, Bumpy Johnson sits in Tommy Chen's office reading documents. Property records. Tax filings. Loan agreements. The Carlton Arms owes $840,000 to Manhattan Savings Bank. The loan is secured by the hotel property itself. Interest rate, 6% annually. Monthly payment, $5,200. The hotel has missed 2 payments in the past year. The bank sent warning letters both times. Vincent Aldrich is 30 days away from foreclosure. He just doesn't know anyone knows about it. Tommy looks up from his own papers. There's something else. The hotel's insurance policy. Fire coverage. They're paying $12,000 a year for a policy that covers $2 million in damages. But the policy has a clause. Any building code violations discovered during a claim investigation void the entire policy. Bumpy smiles. Not a friendly smile. A predator's smile. What happens if the fire inspector shows up unannounced? They'd find 15 violations in 10 minutes. The insurance company would cancel the policy immediately. The bank would call the loan. The hotel would be worthless. Good, Bumpy says. Make it happen. Friday, 2:47 p.m. City Fire Inspector Douglas Hannigan arrives at the Carlton Arms Hotel. He's not the inspector who takes bribes. He's the inspector Bumpy paid $15,000 to do his actual job for once. Hannigan walks through every floor. He finds asbestos, faulty wiring, blocked fire exits, expired fire extinguishers, illegal gas line connections, emergency lighting that doesn't work. He writes everything down on official forms. Vincent Aldrich follows him around like a nervous dog. There must be some mistake. We've always passed inspections. Hannigan doesn't look up from his clipboard. Not anymore. You have 72 hours to fix these violations or the hotel closes. And I'm sending copies to your insurance company today. Vincent's face goes white. He knows exactly what that means. He runs to his office. Calls the insurance company. The agent's voice is cold. Mr. Aldrich, we've received the inspector's report. Your policy is canceled effective immediately. You have 7 days to find new coverage. Vincent slams the phone down. Picks it up again. Calls Manhattan Savings Bank. I need to speak with Mr. Harrison. It's urgent. 5 minutes later, the bank manager is on the line. His voice is even colder than the insurance agent. Vincent, we've been made aware of serious code violations at your property. Our loan is secured by that building. If it's condemned, our collateral is worthless. We're calling the loan. Full payment due in 30 days or we foreclose. Vincent Aldrich sits at his desk. His hands are shaking. In 3 hours he's lost his insurance and had his loan called. He's looking at $840,000 he doesn't have. His hotel is about to be condemned. His family's legacy is crumbling. And he has no idea who's behind it. But he's about to find out. Type yes if you want to see how Bumpy Johnson finishes what he started. Friday evening, 7:19 p.m. Bumpy Johnson walks through the front doors of the Carlton Arms Hotel. Same Italian suit. Same diamond cufflinks. Same confident stride. He walks past the "No blacks or dogs allowed" sign without looking at it. Walks straight to the front desk. The receptionist, a young white woman named Helen, freezes. She's seen Bumpy Johnson in the newspapers. Everyone in New York knows his face. "I'm here to see Vincent Aldrich," Bumpy says. His voice is calm, almost friendly. He's not available right now, sir." "Yes, he is. Tell him Bumpy Johnson is here to discuss his hotel's financial situation. He'll make time." Helen picks up the phone with trembling hands. Whispers into it. Hangs up. "Mr. Aldrich will see you now. 5th floor. Office at the end of the hall." Bumpy takes the elevator. The operator, an elderly black man named Samuel, recognizes him immediately. His eyes go wide. "Mr. Johnson. It's an honor, sir. What's your name?" "Samuel, sir. I've worked here 19 years. After today, Samuel, things are going to change here. You tell the other folks working in the kitchen and cleaning. Changes are coming." Samuel nods slowly. A small smile crosses his face. Vincent Aldrich's office. Mahogany desk. Leather chairs. Oil paintings of his grandfather and father on the walls. Vincent stands when Bumpy enters. He's trying to look confident, but his tie is loosened and sweat stains his collar. "Mr. Johnson, I'm surprised to see you here." "Are you? I thought you might be expecting me by now." Vincent gestures to a chair. Bumpy doesn't sit. "What can I do for you?" Vincent asks. His voice wavers slightly. Bumpy walks to the window. Looks down at the street. "You know what I've been thinking about, Vincent? Signs. How powerful they are. That sign outside your hotel. No blacks or dogs allowed. It's interesting. You put it up 3 months ago. This is a private establishment. We have the right to—" "You have the right to nothing anymore," Bumpy interrupts. His voice never rises. Never gets angry. It's somehow more terrifying that way. "Your insurance is canceled. Your loan is being called. Your hotel has 72 hours before it's condemned. You're finished." Vincent's face goes from white to red. "You did this." "I did this. Because 3 weeks ago, you had police drag a war hero out of your lobby like he was garbage. Dr. Marcus Webb. Good man. Better man than you'll ever be." Vincent tries to laugh, but it comes out wrong. "You're destroying my family's legacy over one incident?" "One incident?" Bumpy turns from the window. "Your grandfather built this hotel on railroad money. You know how that money was made? Chinese workers died building those rails. Hundreds of them. Paid pennies. Worked to death. Your family's legacy is built on the backs of people you think are beneath you. Your father expanded this hotel during Prohibition. Sold bootleg liquor to wealthy whites while black people went to prison for the same thing. And you? You put up that sign like you're proud of it. Like hating people makes you superior. Share this video so people understand what happens when you underestimate the wrong person." Vincent sits down heavily. His hands grip the armrests. "What do you want? Money? I can pay you. I can make this go away." Bumpy shakes his head. "You can't make this go away. Your hotel is worthless now. The bank will foreclose in 30 days. But I'll tell you what's going to happen. I'm buying this hotel. My lawyers are preparing an offer right now. 50 cents on the dollar for what you owe the bank. The bank will accept because it's better than foreclosure. You'll walk away with nothing. You can't, I can, and I will. Because in exactly 6 months, I'm reopening this hotel under new management. And the first thing I'm doing is taking down that sign. The second thing I'm doing is hiring staff from Harlem. Black folks. Puerto Rican folks. Chinese folks. Anyone who wants honest work. The third thing I'm doing is making it the finest hotel in Manhattan. Better than the Waldorf. Better than the Plaza. Vincent's voice is almost a whisper now. But why go through all this? For revenge. Bumpy leans forward, plants both hands on the desk. Not revenge. Justice. There's a difference. Revenge is tearing down your sign. Justice is buying your hotel and proving that the people you hate can run it better than you ever did. Justice is giving jobs to the people you wouldn't let through your doors. Justice is showing everyone in this city that your kind of hate doesn't win anymore. He straightens up, adjusts his cufflinks. My lawyer will contact you Monday morning with the purchase agreement. You'll sign it. Because if you don't, I'll make sure every newspaper in New York knows about your code violations, your missed loan payments, and that sign outside. Your name will be destroyed worse than your hotel. Bumpy walks to the door. Stops. Turns back. Oh, and Vincent? Dr. Webb? The man you had dragged out of here? He's going to be my hotel manager. His office will be right here. Right where you're sitting now. Sleep well. The door closes. Vincent Aldrich sits alone in his office. The empire his grandfather built is gone. Taken by the man he thought was beneath him. And there's nothing he can do about it. If this story proves why you should never underestimate someone based on the color of their skin, comment never below. Saturday, 11:34 a.m. Bumpy Johnson meets with 37 people in a Harlem community center. Hotel workers, cleaners, managers, accountants, all black or Puerto Rican or Chinese, all experienced, all turned away from places like the Carlton Arms their entire lives. Bumpy stands at the front of the room. By this time next month, I'll own the Carlton Arms Hotel. By 6 months from now, we'll reopen it. And every single person in this room is getting first consideration for jobs. Good jobs. Fair wages. Respect. The things you've earned but been denied. A woman in the back raises her hand. Her name is Dorothy Williams. She's 56. Worked in hotels for 30 years. Mr. Johnson, white folks aren't going to stay at a hotel run by us. Bumpy smiles. Yes, they will. Because we're going to run it better than anyone else. Better service. Better food. Better everything. And the ones who won't stay because of who we are? We don't want their money anyway. There are plenty of good people in this city. All colors. All backgrounds. They'll come. Trust me. A young man stands. Roberto Mendez. 23 years old. Studied business at City College at night while working construction during the day. What about the sign? The one outside? First thing we're doing, Bumpy says. Taking it down. But we're not throwing it away. We're putting it in the lobby. Under glass. With a plaque that reads, "This sign hung at our entrance from March 1952 to June 1952. It represented hatred and ignorance. We keep it here to remember that hatred doesn't win. It never does." The room is silent. Then someone starts clapping. Then another. Then everyone. Bumpy Johnson stands there watching. This is why he does what he does. Not for power. Not for money. For moments like this. For justice that means something. Monday, 9:07 a.m. Vincent Aldrich signs the purchase agreement. His hand shakes so badly he can barely write his name. Tommy Chen, Bumpy's lawyer, slides the papers into a briefcase. The bank will receive payment by Friday. You have 2 weeks to vacate the premises. Vincent doesn't look up. Just nods. His family's hotel is gone. His pride is shattered. His racist sign will hang in the lobby as a monument to his failure. He thinks about his grandfather. What he would say. How disappointed he'd be. But Vincent knows the truth. His grandfather would have lost everything too. Because their kind of thinking doesn't survive. It never does. Friday afternoon. The Carlton Arms sign comes down. The "No blacks or dogs allowed" sign comes down too. Workers repaint the entrance. Clean the windows. Replace the carpets. The hotel is closed for renovations. But you can feel something changing. Something important. Samuel, the elevator operator, watches from the sidewalk. Tears run down his face. 19 years he worked here. 19 years of being invisible. being nothing. Now everything is different. Bumpy Johnson walks up beside him. You okay, Samuel? Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson. More than okay. I never thought I'd see this day. You're going to see a lot more than this. Wait until we reopen. Wait until you see what we build. 6 months later. December 18th, 1952. The Carlton Arms Hotel reopens. New name, the Harlem Royal. Dr. Marcus Webb stands at the front entrance in a sharp suit. Hotel manager. The man who was dragged out 6 months ago is now running the place. The staff is 63 people. But Puerto Rican, Chinese, Jewish. But every person hired for skill and character, not skin color. The lobby has been completely redone. Art from Harlem Renaissance painters on the walls. Jazz playing softly through speakers. And behind the front desk, under glass, that sign. No blacks or dogs allowed. The plaque underneath reads exactly what Bumpy promised. Opening night. 200 guests. Businessmen. Performers. Politicians. Black and white together. Duke Ellington plays piano in the lounge. Langston Hughes reads poetry in the library. The food is extraordinary. The service is impeccable. The reviews in the newspapers the next day are glowing. Within 3 months, the Harlem Royal is booked solid 6 weeks in advance. Within 6 months, it's considered the finest hotel in Manhattan. Not despite who runs it, because of who runs it. Vincent Aldrich reads about it in the newspapers. He's working as an assistant manager at a small hotel in Brooklyn now, making a fraction of what he used to. His name is ruined. His family's legacy is gone. And every article about the Harlem Royal is a reminder of his failure. But here's what Vincent never understood. What people like him never understand. You can't build anything lasting on hate. Hate destroys everything it touches, including the people who carry it. Bumpy Johnson didn't just take Vincent's hotel. He proved that the people Vincent despised were better than him in every way that mattered. And that truth hurt more than losing the money ever could. The Harlem Royal operated successfully for 23 years. It employed over 300 people during that time. Many of them got their first real chance because Bumpy Johnson believed in them when no one else did. Samuel, the elevator operator, became head of hotel operations. Retired in 1968 with a pension and respect. Dorothy Williams ran housekeeping for 15 years. Her daughter and granddaughter both went to college on money Dorothy saved from her job. Roberto Mendez became assistant manager, then opened his own hotel in 1965. Dr. Marcus Webb ran the Harlem Royal until he retired in 1974. He never forgot what Bumpy did. How one man's decision to fight back changed hundreds of lives. Bumpy Johnson died in 1968. His funeral drew thousands. People from every neighborhood in New York. Black, white, brown. Rich and poor. They came because Bumpy wasn't just a gangster. He was a man who understood that real power means protecting people who can't protect themselves. Fighting systems that crush people based on how they look. Building something better than what existed before. Vincent Aldrich died in 1979. His obituary was 3 sentences in a local paper. No one came to his funeral except his daughter. She spent her whole life trying to escape her father's name. Trying to be different than what he was. She donated money to civil rights organizations. Volunteered at community centers in black neighborhoods. Tried to make up for her father's sins. She couldn't. Some things can't be fixed. Only learned from. That sign still exists today. After the Harlem Royal closed in 1975, Dr. Webb's family kept it. It's in the Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture in Harlem now. People can see it, can read the plaque, can understand what it represented and what happened to the people who believed in it. Because that's the real lesson here. Not that Bumpy Johnson was powerful, but that hatred always loses in the end. Boys, it might take time, might take someone willing to fight back, but it loses. Every single time. If this story changed how you see fighting for justice, hit the like button. Comment what part shocked you most. And subscribe because more stories like this need to be told. Stories about people who didn't accept the world as it was. Who fought to make it what it should be. Stories that prove one person with courage can change everything. Because they can. And they do. Every single day.